Welcome back, everybody. This is your Anime Degens BS, our episode 52. It is our anniversary, 52 weeks of hanging out with the boys, talking anime. Tyler, how you feeling, my boy?
Hey, feeling good. It's Sunday. We got some football coming later, and this makes a year of us hanging out for at least 3 hours in Discord every week for a year. So that's
Man.
pretty good feat, right?
It is.
Straight bullshitting.
No, it's crazy. It's already been a year of this, man. I feel like it flew by.
Yeah, it's definitely fun times, bro. Time flies when you're having fun, right?
Exactly that. It was also 2023 was also a crazy year for my life.
Definitely, man. Yeah. And we're coming up on almost 100 episodes, too. So that's pretty nuts.
That is crazy.
That's pretty nuts. Yeah. Because I think our first 10 episodes or 9 episodes were one per week. And then we jumped into the weekly rundown BS Hour combo breaker.
Yeah,
we're probably like 8 episodes or I don't know, 8 to 10 episodes away from the big 100.
Yes, sir. Pumping out the content for the people.
Yeah.
So today, guys, what we're gonna do is give you our top 10 episodes in our opinion. No particular order. We just thought these were just some of the best segments or episodes that we did, and we're gonna go into them a little bit. And if you are new or hadn't seen any of these episodes, please go back and watch them. These are some bangers, straight up.
Yeah, I guess you can watch because we got them on YouTube. I was gonna say we keep using the word watch instead of listen, and I think it's funny.
That's true. This is a podcast. But yeah, they're on YouTube as well, as you guys know, and Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts as well. So listen or watch, I guess, to Dan's point.
Tyler, remind me, are we Anime Degens on YouTube or are we Anime Degens Podcast?
I think either one works, honestly.
Yeah, if you just search Anime Degens, it comes up.
If you literally search Anime Degens Podcast on Google, like it's just us, so you'll find us eventually.
And if you go subscribe to the YouTube, you're not going to have to search it. It's just going to show up in that nice little bar on the left side of your screen. I mean, life's good when it's easy, right, boys?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And we do have like the videos. I think we usually try to release the new videos like under a week after the audio comes out. So it's pretty fast, I feel like. So
if you want to go see mine and Tyler's big noses, according to our listener Deadly Graphics, feel free. I don't think they're that big, but he must have a tiny little nose.
Brother struggling to breathe. But yeah, if you Google us, everything on the first page is us. So pick a link.
Yeah.
Any link. Oh yeah, it's in the link tree, isn't it?
Yeah, it is in the link tree.
It's in the link tree too. Just click them all. Just click all of our links and just follow us on everything.
Do your thing.
What's the link tree again? Is it linktree.com/anime degens, I believe? Shameless plug.
Yeah.
Yes. And also, if as always, if you have any specific topics you'd like us to discuss, we've been integrating them into the show. So we do listen to our listeners. Hit us up. Let us know, man. But guys, you got some news for the people.
We do have some news. So being the resident Google guy with all my Google devices, I am sad to say that Google Podcasts is shutting down in March 2024. But they're just pushing it to YouTube Music, which is also a Google-owned platform. So you can find us. We have the Degens episodes on YouTube Music. You can check us out there. We're still on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Good Pods. We're on podcast platforms I've never even heard of or know. Yeah. So there's plenty of ways to find us if you're like the one person who's listening on Google Podcasts.
Find us anywhere else. Yes.
And I think I got in the link tree. Like there's a little link that has like about 15 different ways that you can listen to us. So if y'all are interested in that, so linktree.com/anime degens.
To the one person on Google Podcasts, you don't have to lose us. You just have to do a little work to find us somewhere else.
Yes. It shouldn't be very hard, by the way.
Yeah. So I guess the next thing we got is with the most recent Haikyuu movies coming out, they decided to do a little one shot with the manga. and apparently that's going to be coming out on February 5th. Not sure what it's going to be about. I think it's like it's from a added scene in the movie or something like that is what I've seen. Maybe I'm not sure 100% on that though.
Gotcha. I was gonna say it'd be really cool if the one shot was them like their senior year of high school, like leading the team instead of like, because
Yeah,
our
it could
main
be.
characters are freshmen, so like it'd be cool to see them at a later date. Because I thought when I started watching Haikyuu, I thought we were gonna see like the progression through the years.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, nah, we're just gonna cover freshman year because there's a fucking fuck ton of volleyball to play, boys.
Yeah. Well, they did the middle school or whatever, right? So, and then they went into freshman year. So,
Yeah, they spent one episode on it.
Yeah, so hopefully they give you a little time skip and get to see the future a little bit, what they
we'll
progress to. Yes. Next we have live action Golden Kamuy film opened at number 1 with 534 million yen in Japan. Great feat right there. Guys, have any of you guys watched Golden Kamuy? I know it's more of an old school, know your history type beat.
I haven't seen it yet, but now
Okay.
I should probably watch it.
We might have to
the
cover
old head.
that.
I am the
Yeah.
anime old head of the group.
Yes, so we might have to cover that at some point and
Ain't
let you
they-
guys know about it.
ain't they got like some new Golden Kamuy stuff that came out or something like that? New seasons or some shit?
No, it's just the live action they were dropping.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if like I'd heard so many people talking about Golden Kamuy that it feels like it's like a newer anime.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know.
Gotcha. Yeah, we probably should check it out. We should probably be on our P's and Q's with that one.
For sure.
Awesome. We also had another anime movie, not a live action anime movie, open, and this is Gundam Seed Freedom. It opened in Japan and it earned 770 million yen in the first 2 days. So sorry, Golden Kamuy, Gundam Reign Supreme. No big deal there.
As expected.
The film is planned to open in 56 countries and 770 million yen. It's a little over 5 million US. So that's definitely not too shabby for a film based on a Gundam anime that dropped in 2002. And Gundam Seed is one of their higher ranked series, I guess. I've watched the first one. I haven't watched Gundam Seed Destiny yet, but I feel like before that drops, I probably should give that a go. But yeah, this is most likely going to drop as one of those like Fathom limited releases. So if you're into Gundam, we'll have some more updates on that. I'll have some more updates on that because I'm the Gundam guy, and I'll probably check this out in theaters. So stay tuned for that.
And
Excellent.
I definitely will be checking this out too. Maybe. No.
You're not going to go to a movie theater and watch a continuation of 250 episode shows that you don't care about.
Well, that was lying through his teeth. His
I
teeth
just wanted
right
to sound, pop, I just wanted to sound fun,
He wanted to sound edgy and technological like our mecha animes are.
But I guess the next thing is it's not really anime related unless you're playing anime games on it, I guess. Maybe there's some anime games, I don't know. But we're all pretty big nerds here. We're all gamers. And apparently the Nintendo Switch successor is going to launch sometime this year with an 8-inch LCD screen. What do y'all think about that, boys?
I'm really excited for this. I've been a Nintendo guy for a long time. And I think the first console I actually bought since like the PlayStation 2 was a PS5 last year. And everything else has just always been Nintendo. But yeah, we're starting to get a lot coming out of the supply chain for Nintendo. So like Nintendo hasn't said this yet, but the manufacturer of the LCD screen said, we're expecting a big bump in amusement screens of an 8-inch variety. So that's leading us, putting on our detective hats. We're really thinking we're getting a new Switch. There's a lot of rumors about it, but if the manufacturers are saying it's coming, it's all getting integrated by Nintendo, and it's coming, baby. I'm pumped.
It's coming. So thank you for having your ear to the streets, Dan. Much appreciated.
I just want more Mario Kart.
Who knows? It might be like a PSP version too, right?
Nah.
Man, Man, the PSP, that was a good console.
It
That was a good
was.
little handheld. That was so far ahead of its time, too.
Yeah, it just was outshone by the Game Boy SP at the time because that thing folded, and that was a technological marvel. Let me tell you.
Yeah, that was a cool little thing. For sure. But you boys want to get into the top 10 episodes of the Degens.
Let's do it.
Alright.
To start, happy first anniversary to us, the Anime Degens Podcast, boys. We made it. It was a lot of work, but we do it for the listeners, and we wouldn't be here without you, our wonderful listeners. So make sure to give you guys a little pat on the back. I can't give you one, so give yourself one for me. And, we decided to take this monumental occasion to take a little trip down memory lane, and we're going to look at our 10 favorite Anime Degens episodes we've done over the last year. We're going to be focusing on the topics, focusing on the episodes. We'll drop the episode numbers, so if you're a newer listener, go back, give these a listen. They're really fun. And yeah, that's going to get started.
Yes, so one of my favorites, period, of the last 80-something episodes that we've done is episode 14 of the BS Hour. And on this one, first we covered The Wind Rises. And this movie is my favorite movie that we've watched on this podcast. Wonderful. Everybody should go check this out. I did want to be an aeronautical engineer, and it is about airplanes in a sense. So that really stuck with me, but it was actually very creative. And I think we had a good discussion around it as well. Fun fact, it was also my highest rated show movie of anything, and I think I gave it a 9.1, either a 9.1 or a 9.4, because I thought it was a goddamn banger. And then after this was a really good episode because we had two great segments in this one episode here. Next, we talked about anime superpowers in the real world. So in this segment, we really just wanted to come up with power systems that we thought would really good in the real world. I chose Nin, and it was hard. It was hard. If any of you guys have watched Hunter x Hunter, you know how complicated the power system is. And I gave you a brief 30-minute
half an episode dedicated to Ned.
Yes. About a half an hour, I think 20 minutes to half an hour of just me talking about Nin and the things you could do with it. Tyler did chakra or jutsu from Naruto. I thought it was also really good. It's damn near the same thing.
I remember you saying that it's a good thing I picked that because you wouldn't have had to spend an hour on Nin at that point. So
yeah, I think you went right before me, and I was like, "This is perfect. I don't have to, this cuts my explanation down by like 20 minutes. This is great."
Imagine Naruto, but we got a leaf in a cup.
Yes, the leaf is hidden in the cup. And then the last one was Black Clover, the Grimoires / Monodil, which I also thought was pretty cool. I think mine was the most integratable, or Chakra was as well, and then Dan's was okay, I think.
Dude, it's the same shit, but you just got to carry a book.
Yeah, no books required for mine.
Yours takes a fucking. You need a leaf, you need a glass, you need water, and you need somebody to tell you how to do it. I pick up a book, I read a page, I shoot fireballs. Bang bang.
Yeah. You can go to school. It's okay.
All mine needs is a headband and a hand sign.
You don't even need a headband. You just got to be able to do this shit.
The headband's just for style. Might say it's required.
No, as soon as we started picking our stuff, I was like, I know what Bass is gonna pick. He's gonna pick The Wind Rises because that's like that was his shit. Like he had so much fun.
Yeah, that was my jam, man.
That was right.
That movie was so good though. Like I still think my favorite character was Caproni, the Italian aeronautical engineer.
Yes.
Like, his definition of planes and that they're just the dreams of humans, like, was so fucking cool. And the planes he built in that like trippy as fuck dream sequence, they were so unrealistic that I fucked with it heavy.
It was great.
Let's put 4 sets of wings on a plane.
Fuck yes.
We need
Fuck
that lift.
yes. Maximum lift. Yes. But yeah, episode 14, you guys go check that out, man. If you haven't seen it all or listened to it already, it's phenomenal. I really thought it was one episode we did really, really well. But Dan, you want to get us into the next?
Yeah, and I will say before you go listen to it, you should definitely go watch Studio Ghibli's The Wind Rises. It's definitely up there on like the films we've watched from me too. It's just awesome. It's a little more grounded than most of Ghibli's films, besides, you know, him taking some LSD before he goes to bed and hanging out with an Italian dead guy. But it's awesome. Definitely recommend it.
Yes. And I will add, even if you don't watch it, you can go watch the episode, because this is before we had our spoiler zone.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
And so there's no real spoilers, no heavy spoilers in that episode.
That's when it was really hard to talk about movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was still a banger episode, honestly.
We worked it out for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, my first one I got is Degens episode 24. This is the Disciples of Black Air Force Energy and the Hall of Lame. I think I scooped this one up before Bass did, because I know he really enjoyed this topic as well.
It was great.
And we got a little ignorant with it. So we found the most dastardly savage characters we could, and we talked about them. Some of the ones we talked about were Doflamingo, Zamazu from Dragon Ball Super, Madara, Kenpachi, King Bradley from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and then of course King Boo. And I don't think we ever like picked which one was the most savage. I don't remember if we did that or not. But I got my money on King Boo, man. He was a fucking
I mean, he's just
disaster.
he's Black Air Force energy personified. Kid Boo was
incarnate
a demon. A demon, boy.
Like, that shit was wild. And on that one, we had like the perfect contrast of two topics. So we did Disciples of Black Air Force Energy, and then we also did the Hall of Lame. And this was really funny because we went like gassing up all these like very evil characters who were straight savages to talking about some of the lamest characters in anime.
Yeah.
And I mean, to talk about a few, pre-War Arc 1010, when she was just pulling scrolls out and throwing fucking knives. We had OG Sakura, like Yamcha, like the classics, you know. It was a really fun time. So definitely recommend you check that out. That was episode 24 of the Degens.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is when you got my little Chaozu impersonation too. So
I almost popped a blood vessel during this episode because Tyler hasn't watched Dragon Ball Z. I don't know how you haven't, like, I don't know how you're an anime fan and you haven't watched Dragon Ball Z. That is the granddaddy of anime in America, you know?
Yes.
Not overall, but in America. That is, I mean, I'm wearing a freaking Shenron hoodie right now. Like, DBZ is like the childhood anime for so many people. And Tyler was just living under a rock in Kentucky without cable. So he didn't get a chance to watch this.
Yeah, I mean, true story, bro. Like, legit. But I mean, like I said, I am working my way through it. It's just going slow. So I ain't made the Dragon Ball Z yet, which I think I'm gonna watch the Kai or whatever instead of Z when I get to it. I believe so.
Yeah, at this point, I would recommend Kai.
Yeah.
They cut a lot out there. There's a little less screaming and a little more fighting.
But I have to say, like, I think this episode, like, it was like really good. As far as just us bullshitting, especially when we got to the Hall of Lame. Like, the Hall of Lame was like really fun with our bullshit antics. So
we also had the likes of Hell Meppo from One Piece on there. I thought that was a good one.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite out of the ones I'm seeing on the list right now are, I'd say, 1010 and Chaozu was just hilarious because I think the only time that Tyler had been introduced to Chaozu was like a YouTube video.
The Pokemon.
They calling him a Pokemon, which is crazy.
It was Team 4-Star doing DBZ Abridged.
Yes, that is right. Yeah.
He saw a video of Nappa saying, "Oh, it's a Pokemon, Chiaotzu," and throws a ball at it. And
I'm not a Pokemon. I'm Chiaotzu. Chiaotzu.
and Tyler, this is Tyler's canon DBZ at this point. Like, this is what he believes actually happened.
If
And
it doesn't happen in the real Dragon Ball Z or Kai, like I'm like giving this a 3.
And I think he put Chiaotzu on there, and me and Fast defended Chiaotzu wholeheartedly. Because while he was small, he was weird looking. He gave up his life to try and save the Earth. And of course it didn't do anything, but he tried. And that's what's important.
Right. And then the original Dragon Ball, Chiaotzu is kind of a monster. Like he is not bad at all. He boy, he's kind of nice.
Yeah, he was great until the hair started going yellow.
Everybody was great until then. Jesus.
Yeah, I think in my Dragon Ball watch, I think I just met Chiaotzu in like one of the tournaments for the first time with I don't even know who he's with. He's with somebody else. Tien. Okay, yeah, that's right, Tien. Because yeah.
Know your history, Jesus Christ.
I know. We have a lot of old anime to watch, Tyler. Start watching, and I'm cooking up a name for the Degen time machine, but I don't have one yet, so we're working on it.
I would really enjoy that because like I feel like I'm lacking in the older anime, you know, especially since I got a very late start since I couldn't watch it when I was a kid. So it's definitely one of my goals is to watch more older shows. So
gotta get you in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, we gotta get you. We gotta get you.
But then he's gonna complain about the animation. So
no, shows like Perfect Blue and like Dragon Ball and stuff like that. I actually like their animation more than some of this new stuff. It just feels like better, you know, sometimes.
Yeah, that hand drawn stuff was actually really, really cool back in the day. But going back to the disciples of Black Air Force Energy, I really enjoyed talking about Doflamingo. I remember that vividly, and just talking about all the bullshit he's pulled. And then one of my favorites was King Bradley / Wrath from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I mean,
dude,
woo.
It's just tough to look that cold when you're taking on an entire army with nothing but a sword. Like, it's impressive.
Yes, yeah. One man army type shit. And if I had to pick a CEO of the Black Force Energy committee here, I'd definitely go with King Bradley over Boo.
Yeah, okay. I guess Kid Boo doesn't have the credentials to lead.
No, he doesn't.
But he has the credentials to cause the most chaos.
He's the number one soldier.
I mean,
the commander.
Homie went to heaven and just started boxing people up. Like, that's not even possible.
In the afterlife, a man was a demon.
Oh, you dead? Let me kill you again, bro.
You thought the first time was bad. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was a fun episode. It has like 3 of my favorite villain, 2 of my favorite villains, and one of my favorite, protagonists with Kenpachi. So,
are we calling Kenpachi a protagonist at this point? I think he's just an agent of chaos.
Well, I feel like it's better to call him a protagonist than an antagonist, right?
I think
maybe not. I don't know.
I think technically,
he started as an antagonist and then joined the good guy. Well, we had a lot of reconciliation between 2 groups.
Even as a protagonist, he still wanted to kill Ichigo.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's not like I want to save the world. He's like, no, I just want to fight.
Yeah, so that's why he's on this list.
Anti-hero, maybe. Yeah, I think anti-hero's a good label for Kenpachi.
Like Agent of Chaos.
All these people on this list are like literally villains except for Kenpachi, and he's
that's
like one of the only ones that can be there as a protagonist. So
that's true.
So
impressive.
But awesome. Yeah, that's all I got for Degens 24. Definitely go check this one out. This was a really fun conversation we had.
Yeah. I guess I'll get on to mine then. One of my favorites is Degen episode 17, and that's where we took a trip to paradise. And I thought this was really fun. This was full of bullshit, honestly. Basically, we just decided we was gonna take a trip to paradise. But the Paradise Island was actually gonna be Hell's Paradise, Kotaku. And so we each picked a character that we wanted to bring with us. That way we could survive / get the elixir alive, kind of like what they're doing in Hell's Paradise. And if you've never seen Hell's Paradise, I would probably say you should probably go check it out because it's like one of the top shows of last year, right? Mappa. So
Yeah, I highly recommend you go check that out. I think it was catching a lot of flack on online, so don't listen to that bullshit. It was a good show. We covered it on the weekly rundown, and I enjoyed damn near every episode to the fullest. Yeah.
yeah, it was definitely fun. We even like scaled down the power in this one to make it even like more funner. And this is also like the episode that started the whole Minato bullshit. Because that's who I picked.
Is
And
that
literally,
how long it took for you to start saying Minato every episode for a solid 3 months?
I think so. I think this is the episode that started all that. I think is episode 17.
Definitely noteworthy then.
Yeah. So if y'all ever wonder where the Minato references come from, it's this episode here. So
Yeah. And I picked Suguru Geto from Jujutsu Kaisen, and I think that's a great fucking pick. Because he can just jump anybody that we come across.
And
Period.
that's why I picked who I picked. I picked Benny Maru from Fire Force, the captain of Special Fire Force Company 7. And I mean, if you're going to pick somebody with the nickname Asakusa's King of Destruction, I think you're going to have a good time on this island.
I would say so.
Yes.
And I if I remember correctly, I think this little segment ended in us like trying to fight each other with our fictional characters.
Yeah, I think that's how it went because we're like, well, we're all on the island at the same time and we all got to get this elixir to not get executed. Like, we're going to have to box. But me and Bass picked, we all picked absolutely broken characters. And based on power scaling, it's hard to make a decision on that. But all I know is going up against giant flower demons, I have a pretty serious advantage here having a fire user on my team, breaking out that Pokemon knowledge. So
Yes.
I think I did a good job here.
My man took the type advantage. That's crazy.
I mean, that's what Gabby Maru did too, right? Ain't he like a fire type or some shit?
Yeah, but Gabby Maru compared to Benny Maru is not even a fair comparison. This man can like defeat like demons from hell.
Okay.
I'm sure Geto has a fire curse somewhere in his bag. Man's got hundreds.
Yeah, surely. I mean, he's got a lot of shit in his bag, and we're just finding out even more about what he's got in the the latest JJK episodes. So
Yes, and I actually talked about Uzumaki before it got introduced on the anime, which I had to do some research, and it was just sitting there. I was like, oh, I'll use this. So it was cool to actually see that in the anime and just see how broken it was.
especially like the refined process of it that what's his name came out with, because Ghetto didn't really, I guess,
old
know
brain
about
man.
that. So yeah.
Yes, and yeah, I think Ghetto. I see some notes here that his air of superiority would keep him motivated. And quote unquote, I said these monkeys don't deserve immortality.
Well, Ghetto might have died, but the guy controlling his body is basically immortal because when Ghetto gets old, he's just going to swap brains to somebody else. So we're on the right track here.
Everything's good.
Looking back, Ghetto should have been on the Disciples of Black Energy too, Black Air Force Energy too.
I think it was too early at the time because we hadn't seen. Well, I know his name, but I'm not going to say because I haven't said in the anime yet. But what old Brain Boy was up to.
They
and
actually did.
No, they said the name of an old host of his. They didn't say his actual name yet.
Yeah.
I thought they said it during the when we actually seen him. You know what I mean?
I thought they did as well, but I'm not 100% sure.
I don't think they said
Gojo.
Kenjaku.
Yeah, they did. They said Kenjaku.
I know. Yeah. I said Kenjaku a few times, and I was like, wait, they haven't said that in the anime yet. Shit.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was you I was hearing then in my memory.
I swear they said that, bro. But I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters what his name is because at this point we know
who he is. We know who he is.
It definitely matters.
Okay, well,
we'll get into it. It definitely matters a little bit.
Yeah,
well,
but
it
either
doesn't
way,
matter right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Either way, the host Kenjaku definitely deserves to be on the Black Air Force Energy Committee.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he's
even Ghetto too.
Still, you know. I mean, the problem is like the Black Air Force Energy in that show is just outshone by Sukuna.
Yeah.
So much that like nobody else deserves to be there.
Did no one pick Sukuna for that segment?
It was before we had seen what Sukuna could do in season 2. Like we saw like tidbits in season 1.
True.
But then we saw him rain hell on Shibuya, and I mean he's up there at the top now for Black Air Force Energy.
Yeah, my man be standing on business.
Yeah, if we literally did this like after we seen what happened in JJK, like one of us would have picked it because the whole meteor scene that's Bro, Black Air Force Energy.
He killed like 5,000 people without thinking about it. They were just there, just absorbed in the chaos and destruction.
Brother gives like, no fucks. I respect it.
We're gonna play a little game. You cannot move.
And I know for a fact JJK season 2 wasn't out yet when we did this because I went and looked at the second topic we did, which was most anticipated shows of 2023. And the first one on the list is JJK season 2. We also had AOT season 3 part 2, part 7, the final, whatever you're gonna call it. We had Rurouni Kenshin, we had Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War Arc part 2. So like we've covered all these shows. So you don't got to listen to part 2. Just go listen to the rundown and the review topics for them.
Yes.
It's tragic. I think I picked Mushoku Tensei in that second topic or whatever.
Yeah, you did.
Have I ever been so wrong about one of my decisions? Because that arc almost got it dropped. I almost dropped that shit. So
damn, it was like that.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
You want to see 12 episodes about erectile dysfunction? Go watch that Mushoku Tensei. So
I'm glad we didn't cover it on the weekly rundown.
I'm so glad too.
I mean, I think as anybody in their early 30s, late 20s, we get enough ads for ED, even though none of us have it at fucking 29. Like, I don't need to watch a show about it.
They're trying to build brand loyalty before the problem arises.
Hey, Hims and or Roman, if you guys want to sponsor a podcast for nerds who might have ED problems, hit us up.
We'll do it. We'll fucking do it.
We're shameless about it.
We are shameless. I will talk about eating a blue chew and having a great time anytime you want. If it's for money. If it's for money.
Send some samples.
Let me tell you.
Y'all will figure like one of these I think Bass has picked something. Y'all figure out we talk about anything on this shit. So
it's free game. It's free game. But
especially if we get paid.
It's all about that dollar bill.
Yes,
I'll sell dildos, man. I don't got a problem.
Adam and Eve, I would also be okay with that sponsorship. But guys, my next episode that I chose for our top 10 is the BS episode 35. This one I went with So You Want to Be a Vending Machine, and this is pure bullshit. We did a quick overview or review of Vending Machine. I forget the full name of the anime.
Reborn as a vending machine, I now wander the dungeon.
Yeah,
There you go. You got it. You got it.
Nobody calls about that. They just call it vending machine.
And I picked a camera, which I thought was banging. Also a container ship, which I think I just wanted to be adventurous and see things at the time.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. If you want to talk banging, I picked an Apache helicopter. So bang bang, we got missiles.
Yeah, that literally goes bang. That literally goes bang. That was my favorite one out of all of these. Tyler picked a vehicle and a paintbrush. Yeah, truck. Yeah, Tyler just wants to be truck coon, and it's okay. That's okay.
I think we went on like a 15-minute tirade about me saying that Tyler just wanted to isekai more people, so he had more shows to watch.
We always get on some kind of bullshit like rampage, I feel like, and it lasts like 10-15 minutes. That's why our episodes are like almost 2 hours long, guys.
Yeah,
it's always an accident. We aim for like an hour and then we just get off on our bullshit.
It's a constant. We're very consistent in that way.
It's a constant struggle.
Yes, I think our extra item from that episode was a certain cylindrical tool for women. Speaking of Adam and Eve,
a stripper pole.
Yes.
Oh, it was okay.
Spinning stripper pole, stationary stripper pole, all the stripper poles. Yes,
I remember that.
I love how like I picked polar opposite items in this one. Like my first was a big mouth Billy Bass. So that fish you stick on your wall that sings "Take Me to the River," because I just wanted to go hang out in some Midwest bar and just hear the stories. Because those people are so nice and they do some funky ass shit.
They do.
Carnivore sandwiches. I could watch people eat toast with a raw hamburger on it, and it's normal out there.
Wow.
I forget what the freaking them basses sang.
Take me to the river.
Is that it? Is that all they say over and over?
I want one so bad.
They sing the song.
But I want an OG one. I don't want this new one. I want the OG one. But they're expensive.
They're like a couple $100, aren't they?
Yeah, for a fucking fish you put on your wall. I'm not doing that.
It's crazy. That's absolutely nuts. But yeah, it was just such a bullshit filled episode, and I really enjoyed recording that one. That was one of my favorites. Yeah.
So what was the second one? What was the second topic on that one?
I can look into that for you.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what we like paired with vending machine. Was it to sell games?
No, it was just a summer report of what we were watching. We don't have another idea. What are we watching right now, boys?
I love when that happens.
Something quick that we can do.
I feel like this. I feel like the vending machine thing, the isekai thing was like a good enough for a whole episode. Honestly, it was just so fun. So
we could have made that a whole episode. But yeah, Dan for what he was watching picked MF Doom,
MF Ghost,
not
the rapper.
Is that a rapper? Is that a rapper's
you don't
name?
know who MF Doom is, brother? Come on.
Dude looks like an anime villain.
I live in Kentucky, bro. We listen to George Strait.
Google a picture of MF Doom. It will surprise you.
Oh, shit.
Gintama we had on here. The Dragon Ball series by Tyler, which he still hasn't finished from this summer.
I was gonna say when he's like, I'm working on it. I'm like, bro, you've been working on it for at least...
Gotcha.
25 D-Chat episodes or like weeks now.
What's this dude doing?
Piece together, dude.
He looks like freaking what's his name? Mandalorian.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian looks like him.
There you go. There you go.
We also had Happy Marriage, Vending Machine as well. Rent a Girlfriend season 3.
There we go. Peak.
Mushiko Tensei, a lot of the stuff we just discussed.
Yeah.
Dyna Xenon, and then what do we also have? Gintama, Gurren Lagann. Yeah, so some banger shows.
You ever finished that Dyna Xenon Gridman shit?
So I liked the first SSS Gridman way more. I got like 6 episodes into Dyna Xenon and I wasn't feeling it. And then I got to a beach episode, and I was like, "You can't put a beach episode in this show. Like, I'm not even like enjoying the show yet. Like, come on."
You gotta draw me in first. Fuck.
Speaking of beach episodes, remember Alice Gear's Aegis?
I wish I didn't.
I'm like
I wish I
90.
didn't.
I'm 90% sure one of the ones I picked had Alice Gear Aegis on it because I picked the Showdown Throwdown. Oh, we'll get to it, but yeah. And that was on there. I was like, I'm not talking about the episodes. We're just talking about the topic. We're not doing this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun
Good stuff.
times.
Yeah, fun times. Good stuff out of that episode. Dan, what you got? What you got next?
So my next one I got is Degens episode 10. And if you guys are a new listener, this is the first official Anime Degens BS hour. I don't think we had even come up with the name yet. Like, this is the first episode where we split our weekly rundown off it because we realized we were doing 2.5 hour episodes, and we didn't want to record 2.5 hours in a row. So this was a really fun one. We did Would You Rather, anime baddies, or superpowers. And this was a really fun topic. This was like kind of like the first one where we really got off the rails and talked about everybody's favorite anime topic, waifus. And this was a blast. Like, we just picked, would you rather have an anime power or this baddie? And
I think we like almost unanimously picked the baddies.
most of the time, I think there was an extra one Tyler put in there, and it was Reagan or telekinesis. And I'm pretty sure I picked telekinesis because that'd be fucking sick. But
I think we put. I put like Big Mom in there or something.
yeah, you did. Somebody put Big Mom, and it was.
Yeah, you could tell
It was
how much
Dan who
bullshit
picked
we
Big
had.
Mom.
Oh,
Oh, that was
Dan
my
picked Big
extra.
Mom.
Yeah.
But I made it so you had to pick Big Mom because the other choice was Chopper's Hito Hito no Mi, which is the human fruit.
What a fuck boy.
Literally, you're not getting anything. You're just forgetting how to swim. And I thought that was hilarious.
Hey, Big Mom was looking nice back in the golden days.
That's
you know what I mean?
We had a long conversation about that. But like, I think one we definitely picked the baddie on was Stars and Stripes from My Hero Academia, or Recovery Girl's heal ability.
America Mommy.
And America Mommy. And let me tell you, I don't care about healing myself because thick thighs save lives. And that's all you need.
Yes.
Speaking of that, I'm really super excited to see America Mommy in what is it?
Spring, right?
March?
Yeah, spring.
March? Yeah.
Oh, My Hero
America
Academia is coming back.
It's
Did
gonna
you
be
get-
so fun.
Did you guys have like a favorite discussion from that episode?
I'm reading down right now, and I think Tsunade or the Sharingan was a pretty funny one. I think this is when we found out that Tyler had memorized the size of Tsunade's bust.
106 centimeters.
See, yes.
I'm surprised you didn't have the conversion on lock already.
Yeah.
English
I'm an
mother,
American.
give me it in inches.
probably 40 something, honestly.
He's capping. He knows exactly what the fuck it is.
What is it? What is 106 centimeters?
I've got the technology. 41.7 inches, boys.
He
I
knew
just
it.
said 40 something.
He did.
He knew it.
He knew it. He was lying to us.
Yeah, he was.
I just don't make me look worse.
Yeah. And then Faye Valentine or the Bebop was another good one because it's Faye Valentine the whole time.
A spaceship would be pretty cool, though.
A spaceship would be great, but so would Faye Valentine.
Well, big time. But a spaceship.
Yes. Faye Valentine has a very special place in my heart because 12-year-old Bass might have been earlier than that. I think I was like, wow, that's a woman.
My first erection.
That's a woman right there. Because like you meet, like when we first meet her, she's like smoking a cigar and drinking at a bar, being a tough girl. And then she pulls out a fucking SMG and mows down some guys.
I'm in.
Come on. Give me a fucking break, man.
I can't believe we didn't. I can't believe I didn't talk about Yurichi in this.
Yeah,
That's my
I'm
girl.
surprised too. Like we only had one Bleach one, and no offense to Yoriichi, Rangiku, she got the goods.
I mean, she a baddie, but I'm picking Yurichi any day.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Well, Rangiku likes to drink though, so she's more fun. So I'm like putting that on. That's a pretty important thing. Like having a fun girl.
Yeah, I can get with that. I'm not against that.
Let me say. I think half the women we picked in this might have had a drinking problem. Or half the women I did.
Yeah, no, yours definitely had drinking problems. Oh my god.
Yeah, I feel like this was actually probably our first like off the rails bullshit hour, probably. So
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. This is when we used to think we could fit 3 topics in a day, and now we're down to 1. So we've worked on ourselves, guys.
We've reined it in.
But yeah, we did Alice Gear Aegis expansion. 0 out of 10. Don't recommend you watch. And then the other topic I'll get into on the next my next topic.
Okay, perfect. So Tyler, you are up, my friend.
So I guess my next favorite one is I guess the tropes episode with Ash. This was our first true guest episode. I'm pretty sure we'd had like Terry on before this, but you know Terry's just a normie. You know he just watched One Piece, and we just wanted to have him on and just bullshit with him. You know, it's just a friend. But Ash, you know, he's got his own podcast and stuff. So this was our first true guest experience. We didn't have Bass with us either, so it was just me, Dan, and Ash. Which
I was the odd man out here.
Yeah. But we basically talked. We talked a hell of a lot on this shit. We talked about starter anime. We talked about anime recommendations. We bullshitted about shows that we watched in the fall season. Then we went into like a deep dive of like some of the tropes we liked and we didn't like. This is also fun fact. This is also the episode that got me banned from making guest guides in the future. So,
yeah.
Wait, what did he do?
Dude, it was like a 2-hour and 10-minute episode.
No,
and
you're 2 hour and 45 minutes.
Holy shit, brother.
Yeah. No, by the like 30 minutes, like by like the 2-hour 15 mark, my head was on my desk. I'm like, guys, fucking rein it in. We gotta get going.
Yeah, I mean, me and Ash, we was just talking, and Dan, you know, I think they was talking about mechas at one point too. I'm pretty sure. This was our longest episode of the podcast to date, and like I said, it got me barred from making the guides, making the
good.
questions. So.
I just remember it was like 11:30, and I was like, "Oh my god, I still have to edit this! Like, guys, fucking hurry up! I'm dying over here. I have to be up at fucking 6 a.m. for work in the morning. Like, come on."
This is a long. Yeah, this is a 7-page outline of what we're going to talk about. Yeah, this is long as fuck.
But you know, the reason why I picked this is, you know, I always enjoy hanging out with Ash. Ash is super cool. It's a shame Bass ain't got to hang out with him yet. Because he really knows his anime. And you know, one of the reasons why I really like talking to him, he likes the type of shows that I like too. You know, he's really just like me. You know, for real. And like that meme. But even though I like really enjoyed this one, like I honestly just enjoy all of our guest episodes. It's a really fun time getting to talk to new people about anime. So
damn, dude, I'm kind of disappointed in you.
What?
You bring up Ash over and over again, but you don't shout out his podcast. Like, come on,
what the fuck?
Well,
what the fuck?
That's next. Y'all got. I was letting y'all talk about. I was gonna let y'all hop up Ash too, right?
Ash was fantastic. He was a great guest. He has so much anime knowledge, but damn, can that guy talk?
He's like I said, he's really just like me for real.
I could have walked away for 30 minutes and came back and they wouldn't have even noticed. Like they were going on for a while at some points.
I'm pretty sure during that episode, I'm pretty sure Ash did walk away while me and Dan was just bullshitting.
Honestly, good for him. He probably needed a break from you too.
I mean, shit, man. 2 hours and 40 minutes. Like, you got to take a piss break at some point. We're at like an hour or something. I'm like, I kind of got to take a leak right now.
And I'm seeing Dan's dislikes, and it lines up. Shitty isekai MCs who get all the bitches. That's what he wrote, not me,
bro. The tropes, we started the trope segment like super late into the podcast, and like we just went ham on it too. It was crazy.
And then he also has tsunderes here. Yeah, these are the things I know Dan hates. And then Tyler, you put sibling complex. We don't see a lot of that, I don't think. But yeah, those are usually kind of gross.
We're watching Mashal right now, dude. And we just watched JJK. We talked a good bit about sibling complexes recently.
You see a lot of the sibling complex in like the shit that I watch, but like Black Clover has it really bad. JJK, you know, apparently has it now.
Can't blame him though.
Mashal, like it seems like it's kind of popular in shonen, right? So for some parts, so. I just don't really get down with that, so I don't really care for it, especially when it goes to incest territory. That's wild.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
About you, Pui Pui, whatever your fucking name is.
Wee wee.
Wee wee. Wee wee.
Yes. I speak French.
I see probably my favorite trope here. Prominent characters that die for great or impactful reasons.
Who picked that? Me?
Yeah, that's you. That's the banger right there. That's the banger.
When we don't have plot armor, keeping people alive, that's when shows are great. So
yes, sir.
I think.
Yes, sir.
Who did that recently? Well, JJK, right?
JJK did it the whole season.
JJK did it.
And then did it again and again and again.
Yeah, it just didn't stop. So,
now they had us pissed at Mahito,
but
which was good. That's the whole point.
Like I said, I think most of our guest episodes are like just bangers. And you know, I feel like, you know, if anybody ever wants to do like guest episodes with us, you know, don't be afraid to reach out to us. You know, I feel like we're pretty chill people, you know. So.
Yeah, we'll sit and talk your ear off and bullshit with you. That's what we do best. One, I'm not really sure what this is. The Deary Deary Girls. And then it says, what is that?
So that's like a type of it's like a type of girl like tsundere is. It's like the happy go lucky girls, you know.
Okay.
Got tsunderes, yanderes, manderes, blue deres, green deres,
money deres.
But yeah, it was definitely a fun time. You can tell we went way off the rails on this episode. I think if I remember correctly, Dan barely was able to make this be able to upload. It wouldn't let him upload the first time, and he had to like. I don't know
the quality from our normal quality to get this whole episode up.
Big ass file.
We was thinking about like splitting it into two, and I was like, I don't know, man. People gonna be confused probably if we split it in two. We never split it in two, so
yeah. It took me about 3 or 4 times to just listen to the whole goddamn podcast for this episode.
I think this is one of the ones like I normally listen to our episodes, and I was like, nah, I don't need to listen to this whole one. Like I was there for it. It's burned in my memory at this point.
Looking back, I think we could have cut out like what we're watching segment, and it would have been way better. But I don't think we ever thought about cutting out segments post recording before.
It wouldn't flow, you know.
Yeah.
True.
usually we just let it go with what it goes with, you know. So
Yes, another good one. Strategic battles, found family, like in One Piece or the Forgers from the
yeah,
Spy Family. I thought it was really good. Uh, Dan put silent battles as well. Those are
yeah.
usually very, very intense.
I
But
fuck
you
with
got to
it.
set those up well. You really got to set those up well narratively.
I'm
I don't
saying
need the chit chat of ideals. I just need boxing.
he don't need
Yes.
Naruto. Well,
Yes.
he don't need early Naruto. He needs the last battle in Naruto.
Yes, like that is a gas silent battle. Like we know what's going on. We just need to hear those hands hitting each other.
Yeah.
Yes. I think my favorite fight, other than the last battle, was Obito versus why am I
Kakashi?
Yeah, Kakashi. That's elite shit right there.
Yeah.
Like that is an anime fight, boy. Woo!
Naruto knows how to do that shit, bro. It's like Madara and freaking Guy Sensei at the end. You know that shit was fire too. So
Yeah. So, I mean, just some great fights in that show. But
um,
yeah, I think it was a banger episode for sure.
yeah, like I said, I'm super sad that Bass had to miss this out. If Bass was here, this episode probably would have been. No, if Bass was here, then he would have done the guide, and then we would have had a normal episode. But it would have been a banger episode.
It would have been, but it was cool. Like walking around. I think I was on my trip in Europe, and I was like walking around listening to this shit, and I was like, this is not bad walking podcast. It was good. It was good to have something to laugh about and listen to the guys.
Like I said, Ash is the man. I feel like the Degens over here have a pretty good relationship with Ash and his podcast, Simping for Senpai. So if y'all want to go check them out, Simping for Senpai podcast. I think they're on everything like we are. So I was actually a guest over there one time, and me and Ash was actually a guest on What Do You Say Anime, doing playing a anime game. So like we've done a lot of things. We got some stuff in the works with Ash and them as well for the future, and maybe we can get Ash like on the podcast again sometime soon or something. So
Yes. We definitely should hit us up.
yeah. Anybody, like I said, anybody can hit us up as long as you got a pretty decent mic and you watch anime.
Yeah,
You know?
Did you hear that first part, guys?
No
Pretty
cell
decent
phone.
mic.
We pride ourselves on our sound quality. We have between the three of us, we probably have over $1,000 in mics.
Just mics. Don't even add in the audio equipment around it. Yeah.
But yeah, as long as you got like a pretty good mic that we can work with, which Dan usually can, and you have watched at least some anime, we can usually make it work. Like we really love guests around here. We feel like it's a fun time usually. So if y'all ever want to do some guesting or even have us on your show, whatever, you know,
We'll
we're
pull
always
up.
down for that. So
We'll 100% pull up. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, we're just a DM away. You can literally DM us on anything, Discord, DM me. Usually I do the schedule stuff. So, but yeah, just do
Yeah.
your thing. Get after us.
If you ever want to get me and Bass on, we need a solid month notice because we're very busy. You will see over the next month.
Yeah, we make Tyler pull his head out with the scheduling. His hair off, excuse me, not head.
That's why I wear a hat, because I got bald patches.
Poor fella.
Well, awesome, Bass. You want to get us into your, I believe, your next one. I don't know if it's your last one or not. I can't remember.
Yeah, this one's my last one. It's my third one. It is Degen's episode 50, which we just did a couple of weeks ago. This, we got real degenerate on. I think this is one of our most degenerate episodes. It was catching up on the classics Golden Boy. So Jiggle Physics, the anime. Just a great discussion around the whole show. I thought we were very thorough, and we started doing like the spoiler zone. A couple reviews before this, so it was good to be able to actually talk about the show in depth, with a little bit more subtleness than we did in the non-spoiler area. Yeah, so I thought it was great, man. I really did. Mom, if you're listening, please do not watch that episode. It's the episode that is not for you.
That is for the men and the horny women of the anime world.
The mature audiences.
Yes, yeah, and we got this shit like our favorite characters, like we always do. And I liked it because it was from the early '90s. And I always love reviewing the classics like we do. That's probably one of my favorite things that we do. Got to know where you came from to know where you are.
Yeah, and doing a show like this and like having a like you said, a very degenerate episode, a bullshit episode, which I feel like it was probably our most degenerate, probably rivaling what I'm gonna talk about next or whatever. But I wonder if the audience likes those type of episodes more than like our regular bullshit hours. I just want to know that. I just want to know if they how they like them. You know what I mean?
I definitely agree with that, but I will set the precedent that we can't only watch horny anime because
no, there's no way.
My mental can't handle that on repeat.
No, I would get brain rot pretty quickly. There would literally be holes in my brain.
Those holes would be filled with big old anime titties, though, so it could be worse.
And jiggle physics.
Jiggle physics. But yeah, I mean, just in case you guys haven't listened to it, we went as far as to talk about what we believe is anime's first motorsexual lady humping her motorbike.
Humping that's
putting it lightly.
Putting it lightly. There's the word I'm looking for. Since that is an unexaggeration.
Yeah, there were some but it was a good show. Like, it was actually really good. I enjoyed it, but I couldn't watch it in my living room.
Study.
Study.
I have dropped the line that was educational at least 3 times since watching this
2 weeks ago.
What are the looks? What are the looks that you get when you say that?
Oh, nobody knows, but I'm laughing inside really hard. Like, I'll like sit through a presentation and like, what do you think of that presentation? Like, that was educational.
Beautiful, Dan. Beautiful. I love that.
I'm really waiting for somebody to pick up on it and go, oh. I'm like,
yeah.
We're not going to talk about this 50. At work. But you might want to check out this really cool podcast I found that I'm definitely not a host of.
Yeah. If you think they sound like me, you're wrong.
That's my twin brother, Dan.
Yeah. We were twins.
Oh man, yeah. Kentaro got some spit fell into his mouth.
Fell, bro. He lined it up.
He caught that shit like OBJ out there.
He's just like me for real, dude.
This shit was wild.
Yeah, based on how hard we're laughing just talking about it, you like Bass is he can't talk right now. He's actually like rolled over in his chair on the ground, like having a laughing fit, like he's dying. Like, just based on this, you got to go listen to this episode. It was so funny.
It's top tier. It's a top 5 for me at least episode.
Look, I mean, we can. Y'all know, y'all been listening to us. We can bullshit. And when we start getting on the Degen bullshit like we did with Golden Boy, it's a different time. It's a hilarious time. So
it's peak Anime Degens Podcast. Peak.
All right, you guys want to get a little more serious?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
So my last, it's not an episode, it is a topic because we've done it 3 times now, and I feel like we have to do it again pretty soon. It's been a minute. This was featured on our 2nd and 3rd episode, our 10th and 11th episode, and our 25th and 26th episode, and it is the Showdown Throwdown. This is one of my favorite topics we do because it's really expanding our anime universe, and we're watching a lot of shows I didn't think I would watch thanks to Tyler. And one of them was a total dud, but we've watched a bunch of shows in this. Basically, we pick a show as a host and we make our other 2 hosts watch it. And then we come back together. We do like an introductory and then we come back together the next week and we talk about it. We do a little analysis. We get the feels, how you do it, how you like it, all that kind of stuff. And the reason I brought this up is because this made me watch 2 of the shows start to finish, and I really enjoyed them. And that's what we came here to do. We came here to watch anime, and this topic has been such a great way to do that. 2 shows that I watched all the way through after this were Haikyuu, which I think I binged in a week. It's like a 40-something episode show. It's peak. It is the greatest closet homosexuals playing volleyball anime you will ever watch. It's awesome.
I mean, that's just sports, dude. Honestly, that's just mid sports.
There's a meme of somebody in a Barnes and Noble and they put like realistic tags for all the mangas, and that was Haikyuu, and I laughed so hard when I read that. I was like, oh my god, they're right,
bro.
And then
like the fan art for this shit is wild.
I'm not going on DeviantArt and typing that in. I ain't doing that.
Oh my god,
I ain't doing that.
I just whoa, that's terrible imagery.
Is it worse?
There's literally only like 2 girls in that show, so you can imagine.
Is it worse than My Hero Academia's fandom in that sense?
Probably.
No, it can't be worse than that. It can't be worse than that.
Those motherfuckers are nasty, boy.
Bro, look it up. Look it up. I just come across them on happenstance, just being, on social media for the podcast. So, yeah, I've seen some things, boys. I've seen some things.
R.I.P. to your eyeballs.
Dan, you said something. Which show was the dud?
Toradora.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Jesus
Toradora.
Christ, yes.
I don't think either one of y'all like that.
You tried. No, I made it through 2 episodes and said, this chick sucks.
Yeah, I got 2 or 3, and I was like, I just can't deal with her.
And
that Tsundere character, dude, it's just it's hard.
We have a precedent to at least watch 3 episodes, and I couldn't do it. I was like, this is awful. I'm not the demographic for this. I'm a married old man who hates high school drama, and that is all it was.
Yeah, still this Showdown Throwdown, like it's probably my favorite recurring segment too. I don't know about Bass, but I know
mine as well.
Dan, so
yeah, because I definitely wouldn't have watched shows like Code Geass, Haiku.
I feel like Code Geass is right up your alley, though.
He didn't know about it.
Yeah, I didn't really know much about it. It's really the thing. Kill la Kill was fun, although it was too much for me after about 12 episodes.
They tone it down, and then they crank it up again.
ReZero, I definitely wouldn't have watched, and I really, really enjoyed that. So, yeah, it's one of the things I want to do is get out of my comfort zone with this show, and it's definitely taken me there. Introduced me to some things I wouldn't have otherwise watched. Yeah.
And
it's the Showdown Throwdown, baby. That's our bottom bitch, I feel like.
Which is why we got to do it again.
Yes.
It's been a minute.
It literally 6 months, right? If we go by the episode in the year or whatever.
We haven't done it since summer. We need to do that soon. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's easy. Topic secured for 2 weeks. Ooh.
The fun thing about Showdown Throwdown is it's basically like forcing your friends to watch some of your favorite anime and hoping they like it. That's basically all it is. It's a simplified version of it. So
yeah. But like I said, like, I haven't watched Dr. Stone season 3 part 2 yet, but it's on my watch list. I just have a lot on my watch list, so it's definitely going to get watched. But like, I love that show too. Like, I binged the shit out of that when we first started watching. I think I watched like 36 episodes in like a week or 2. Like,
so was that the second show that you like finished or whatever outside of Haikyuu, or what was that?
Yeah. So that would have been the first one. That was actually episode 2 of the Degens podcast. That was back in the day when we slammed everything into one episode. So OG shit right there. But yeah, yes. I absolutely just love this topic. It's been so fun, and it's also a great way to introduce us to new anime. But some of our listeners who have only watched like Naruto and things of that nature, it's getting them to watch some more anime too.
True. There's some real bangers. Did you guys actually ever continue watching Vinland Saga?
It's on my list. I finished season 1, I think.
Okay, season 1 is really good. Season 2, it's different. I didn't like it as much, but it's just so different. Yeah, is the right word. It
A
was
lot
still
of people
good, but
say
very
it's
different.
more slice of lifey. So
Yeah, I'd say that it's
Oh.
more focused on the narrative instead of like the hardcore boxing in season 1. It was a big change, but I think it was a good one. It ended very, very well.
Definitely. I'll go for it, Tyler.
I was just gonna say, I think we compared Vinland Saga to Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah. I stand by that shit for sure.
What was you?
I was gonna say, did either of you guys continue watching JoJo's? Because that is some peak shit right there.
I did for a little bit, maybe like 5 or 6 episodes past what I had watched.
You got to get to part 3. That's where it really picks up. Part 3 is my favorite JoJo's part. So
Yeah, the NFL season is almost completely done, so I'll be watching a lot of these anime and going back and checking them out.
hell yeah,
Yeah, and that's also
Fast
one of
is
my
back,
goals.
baby.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Fast is
think-
gonna have stuff to talk about again.
This
Like,
is
what are you watching right now during the winter or the fall season? I'm watching the Carolina Panthers, and I'm watching Sunday Night Football and Monday Night Football and Thursday Night Football.
You know, Lamar Jackson's playing really well right now, actually.
Lamar, okay, this is a total sidebar, but Captain Lamerica is what they're calling him because we need him to
What?
take down Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah, true.
I love that. That's my first time hearing it, and I love that. Yes, sir.
I've seen so many memes where like I really hope the Ravens beat the Chiefs. That way we don't have to see 50 Taylor Swift panovers during the Super Bowl.
Dude, she's gonna just come down and do the halftime show if she's there. Sorry, now or who's doing it? Is it Nelly? No,
It's
No,
no
it's
way,
3
no
of 'em,
shadows,
right?
no
Not
shadows,
Nelly.
Nelly.
Reba, and 2 other people, I
It's some
think.
early 2000s rapper.
I'm gonna
But
check it out.
we're not gonna get fat 50 Cent, who lost a bunch of weight. Good for 50. We're not gonna get fat 50 Cent hanging upside down from a pull-up bar.
It's Usher.
Usher, there we go.
Usher.
Yeah.
Oh damn. Okay.
Reba McEntire. I don't know who that is.
Dude.
That's a country singer.
Oh, I know her. I see her face.
Yeah, it's the redhead.
Okay.
Redhead lady.
And then Post Malone.
Okay.
So-
Yeah.
We're
So I
hitting
know
all
Post-
generations right there.
But
All of
Post
'em.
Post is working. He's coming out with a country album right sometime soon. So that's interesting though. A country, what a R&B, and whatever the hell Post is.
I think Post is probably R&B.
Post is coming out with what's her face and singing "America the Great" or whatever with Reba. He's coming out with Reba, so he's gonna be
That's a
doing the
banger.
country. That'll be fun, actually.
That's
I think
what I'm
I'll really
saying.
enjoy that.
On the CMAs or whatever, he was at CMAs and he said something about he had something about country coming because he was singing with Jelly Roll and them. So
Dude, I just
Jelly
cannot
Roll.
wait for our generation just to hear mid Super Bowl like halftime show, and all the old people are like, what the fuck is this? And we're gonna be grinding like it's fucking middle school.
Usher's still popping. So,
Yeah,
Always.
for sure.
but yeah,
But
I
that's
don't
all I
even know
got
what
for
the hell
the
we was
showdown
talking about.
throwdown.
Yeah.
But,
Great pick.
yeah, one of the favorites of the Degens. So it's always fun. Is it me? Is it me next?
Yeah, you got it, bro.
Okay. So my last one is another guest episode actually, and what I was talking about earlier. It's probably our second most degenerate episode, and that is our guest episode with Kreese, and it's where the Degens watch tentacle porn. I mean, Food Wars is what we have it named. And basically, this is our review of Food Wars for our Thanksgiving special. So, but yeah, Creeks isn't really a guest anymore, even though we caught him a guest over and over. He's basically one of us at this point, and I love it. But this is probably our first ecchi anime show that we've watched on the podcast, and that's kind of why we brought in Creeks.
It's back when I still
first one.
It's back
Kill
when
la
I still
Kill.
thought it was
Kill would be the first one.
It was
Yeah.
called edgy. So I've been getting cultured.
Yeah.
It's a little edgy.
It is.
But yeah, this was our I guess our second one. I forgot about Kill la Kill, but this we brought in Kriegs just because he's like a master at ecchi. I guess he loves ecchi shows, as far as we can tell. Especially based on his Twitter. Look at
This is 3 straight episodes.
I was trying so hard not to bring up his Twitter.
I had to. We have to. You know, we got to shout him out a little bit, so it'll make his day. So, but this episode was a blast. Like I said, this was one of our most degenerate episodes. Before we did Golden Boy, this was probably our most degenerate episode. We talked about waifu body pillows for probably 10 minutes at least. And
Crazy.
There's no telling what else. So, yeah. So it was a fun time.
Yeah, that was another show that I finished, and I loved Food Wars up through season 3. Then the last season was fucking mid as shit, but
Okay.
it pulled it all together.
Okay.
I couldn't continue. I could not continue.
They after like I would say like the first 10 episodes, they really toned down like
The nut busting.
they still bust nuts, but there was way less tentacles, and it would just be like you would just see like. They didn't animate anything nearly as much, but it'd be like people would eat food and go, "Oh my god, it was so good." This reminds me. I'm like, dude, you're talking about ramen. Like, chill the fuck out here.
If that stopped a lot, I probably could pick it back up. But the visuals were good, but also way too much for me.
Yeah. I mean, episode 1 had a lady eat a tentacle covered in peanut butter, I think.
Yes.
And yeah, she was pretty graphic.
That was so much. That was so much.
It insinuated a lot of things that didn't need to be insinuated on an anime ecchi show that is not hentai. So
hey man, when you get a hentai guy drawing it, you know you're gonna get some good shots.
Yeah.
Well, good in quotes.
But I mean, this was like a really fun episode. This is episode 42, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. It would probably be good if I mentioned that. But yeah, we just went off the deep end bullshitting about this one. I think at the end we did a few crackpot theories as well. I think I did one about Aizen. I think there's like a lot of. I think
a lot of AOT.
One about Attack on Titan stuff.
Oh, yeah, we had like 3 AOT ones, and I know
this was like right after the second part of AOT dropped, so I think we all had AOT in the mind.
Yeah, it was some really good AOT discussions, and like I said, I did Aizen from Bleach. We had a really good discussion around that. I forget what Kriegs had. I think he did like Haruza or some kind of drama sad show, I think.
Yeah, he did one I didn't know what was going on.
But I mean, it was still a pretty good discussion. I'm sure the people that have watched that, you know, probably had fun listening to his discussion. So but yeah, like I said, I really love our guest episodes. We actually got I'm super excited because next week we got another Degen episodes coming. If you thought that Food Wars and Golden Boys was Degen, I feel like this next episode is going to be even more degenerate with Ghost Stories dubbed, and we're gonna have a guest on with us, Dave from Treehouse Anime Club. So pretty excited about that. So.
Yeah, big shout out to Dave over there at Treehouse Anime. Great podcast. I really enjoy it. Yeah, my crackpot theories, this is probably the best one I've done. My favorite, at least. Titan bodies are made of yeast, and I came with the goddamn evidence.
Yeah, our neighborhood chef over here.
Yes.
Almost as good as my crackpot theory about how the Titan or the Eldians were turned into the lemurs from Madagascar.
God damn.
we get a little wild with the crackpot theories every now and then.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good one.
Wasn't your other one like Attack on Titan is a mecha anime too?
Well, Attack on Titan is a mecha anime.
That's a fact. That's a
but
fact.
my theory was that since the world had gotten so technologically advanced before that kid and his dog fell down the tree again, that the Titans were going to be fighting mechs.
Oh, okay. That makes
Which
sense.
Gundam vs. Titan would be fucking sick.
It'd be like Godzilla, right?
Pretty much, yeah. It'd be kaiju versus mechas. It'd be Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Sick.
I'm in.
Sick.
Attack on Titan equals Power Rangers, boys. We love to see it. You heard it here first on Anime Degens Podcast.
Awesome. So we gave you a 9, and then we collectively picked our last one. And of course, it's the weekly rundown. We do this weekly. This is where we watch multiple shows from the current season, and we break down the episodes and we talk about them. We give our takes, we talk theories, we talk everything. It's really fun. If you guys are only listening to the Degen side of our podcast because you're not staying up to date on the weekly rundown shows, when we get to spring, break out the TV, start watching some more anime and check it out. It's really fun. That's a lot more of our serious conversations happen over there. We don't have much seriousness happening on the BS hour.
Gotta have balance, you know what I'm saying? And I did say the Showdown Throwdown was our bottom bitch, but really it is the weekly rundown. I mean, we do it weekly, like Dan said, and it's really cool because we go really deep into each episode as much as we can in 15 to 20 minutes, sometimes half an hour, but we try to keep it around 15 to 20 minutes. And I think there's like a lot of value for listeners in the weekly rundown because you get to hear and really think on things you might not have thought about yourself. I know that happens with me every week whenever you guys bring something up. It really is phenomenal. And I hate to have a favorite, but those are my favorite episodes, the weekly rundown where we get to just break it down, man. Get to break it down.
You got a lot of favorite episodes then.
Well,
52 of them.
Yeah. I might, dude. I might. I believe in us. But yeah, the weekly rundown, that is phenomenal content.
Yeah, and the good thing about the weekly rundown is that even if you're not watching the shows right now, if like say if you don't have time and you go back and you want to watch like Hell's Paradise from our spring weekly rundown, if you just want to go back and watch that, like you can literally watch the first couple episodes or whatever and literally go and listen to our weekly rundown episodes from spring and kind of follow along at that same pace, because we got timestamps now. So wonderful timestamps. It makes it so much easier for everyone to find out what episode is where and all that good stuff. So,
yeah.
But,
and I mean, we'll still hit us up in the Discord or on Twitter. We'll still answer your questions about it and talk to you about it.
yeah.
So we have all our notes here, and we can go reference them, and we can kind of get a little bit more into it if you had questions about a specific thing we said or our thoughts, our theories on what was going to happen. I'd say we're pretty good about being right, like 80-90% of the time, which I think is pretty dope.
And when we aren't right, we say it. We say we're surprised. Just don't watch My Home Hero. Just skip that one.
Yeah, we got you on that one. Yeah, it's enough. We did it for you.
And I guess this is a good time to bring up that I actually have a spreadsheet available for every show that we've watched. It has all of our shows that we've covered, whether it's on the rundown or DGen episode, whatever. It's got it on there. It's got the episodes that we covered them on, whether or not they was a rundown show or not, which means they're specifically rundown. We covered every episode instead of just a review style or first look style. And it's also got our like ratings/recommendations on it. So, for the most part. So if y'all want to go check out that, like, that'll give you like a clear guide on which episode has what on it. It's in our linktree.com/animedegens, or we have a link in our Discord as well. And, if you ever have trouble reading it or whatever, just message us, message us on any social or get into Discord and we'll gladly help you out. We know how to read spreadsheets, probably. So
Most of us.
I hope everybody can read a spreadsheet. They're pretty pivotal to how the world runs these days.
But yeah, it's a pretty good spreadsheet. It's got everything you need to know about what we've watched on the podcast. So definitely a good piece of information for all y'all listeners out there.
Hell, yo.
I mean, we have 60 shows on it right now, so that just goes to show how much anime
crap.
we've watched over the last year.
What?
And there's a lot of stuff that me and Tyler have watched. Not so much Bass. Bass, he doesn't.
I do my
dive in as
job.
deep.
I just do my job.
He doesn't dive in as deep. But we have. I mean, I've probably watched another 30 or 40 shows this year on top of those. So like, we get after it.
Yeah, we've done a lot in this last year, so I think I think it's funny that we started the weekly rundown. I think we started with 3 shows, and then we went to the dual episodes a week, 2 episodes a week, and we actually went to 6 rundown shows that spring.
Savage.
I don't know what the hell we was thinking. And then we went from 6, and then we stayed at 5 for the next 2 seasons, and now we're back down to 4. So
we're finding the happy place.
Yeah.
But I feel like our rundowns, it's only gotten better over time. Like in the beginning, like the way we do rundowns now, like there's no way we could do 6 episodes in under 2 hours. There's no way. Just because we do the rundown such a good have a good discussion on the rundown now, and it's such a fun time. So yeah,
for sure.
But
I do like us taking a deep dive and talking about the things that actually happen instead of just kind of like running it through and reviewing it to make sure we didn't miss anything. Actually having discussions around what happens is the way, definitely.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is for the spring rundown coming up, I'm pretty sure we're probably gonna have Demon Slayer, My Hero, and One Piece, and probably one other show. But that's gonna be a crazy rundown, right?
Yeah,
hell yeah. That's gonna be nuts.
We got to find a little slice of life or something a little more light to get in there.
Yeah, we should.
I'm sure we can find some. I can find us some.
Do your thing, Tyler.
Yeah. Like we're talking like Insomniacs, not Toradora. So you've got some criteria to work with.
Some of our best conversations came from Insomniacs after school weekly rundown episodes, just because there wasn't a whole lot of stuff happening, and then we just bullshitted about our real lives instead in our past.
Yeah, we talked about astronomy club. Yeah, it was good.
Bass was like the president of the CEO of the Star Club back in the day, even though they didn't have that club in his school.
Picking up what he's putting down.
So definitely go check out that. That's also a really great show. So if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. So that is our top 10 favorite topics or episodes, however you want to run it, from the last year. We've had so much fun making this podcast, and we hope you guys have really enjoyed listening to it. Next week, we're going to be doing the weekly rundown, come out on Tuesday. And then we're going to be doing ghost stories for Thursday.
Yes.
Which I'm really excited about. We're bringing Dave on from the Treehouse Anime Club. He's more of a historian of anime than we are. So he's going to bring a lot of really cool content to the episode. Really excited for that. Make sure to tell your friends, tell your mom about every episode but Golden Boy.
But yeah, except for Golden Boy. And I really just want to make sure we thank you guys for listening to the podcast. It's been a phenomenal year, and we really appreciate that you've been enjoying listening to us babble.
Yeah, bullshit.
Big babbling.
Yeah.
But awesome. Join the Discord, linktree.com/Anime Degens, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.
Later.
Bye.